What's going on, Capricorn? And thank you guys so much for tuning in. All right, guys, so this is going to be your March mid-month reading. I'm getting it out a few days later than what I had anticipated, but we're going to backtrack a little. So this will be from about March 15th to April 15th. Okay, so this is going to be completely general, guys, whatever pops up. And this will be for Sun, Moon, and Rising signs, okay? So let's see what is going on. And do remember that this is a general reading. It's not always going to resonate with 100% of you guys, but definitely to those who this message is intended to reach, okay? So what is going on with my lovely Capricorns? March 15th to April 15th. Past, present, and future. What is going on with my Cappies? All right, let's give this one more break here. What is going on for the sign of Capricorn? What is happening for the sign of Capricorn? All right, guys, let's see what's up here. Okay. Okay. So the energy that you guys have here is the Four of Cups. So with the Four of Cups, there could be an offer that you guys make to someone or to a job or something, and it may not be accepted. Okay. Or maybe there's an offer that you're waiting on that hasn't come in yet. Okay. But we have the Ten of Wands in the reverse. So maybe there's something that you don't accept from someone. You want to release the burden of them, even though you feel a close connection to this person. It doesn't have to be someone who's intimate with you. It could just be, a friend, family member. But I feel like you guys are really guarding yourself from starting something. So I feel like if there's an offer that's not being accepted, for a lot of you, it's going to be you that's not accepting it. So let's see what's going on, and let's get into this actual spread. The first card that you guys have for the past is the Death card. So the Death card is not as morbid as it sounds. It just means that there's a big change happening in your life, okay? So this is going to be a complete 180. Something is ending, but something else is starting, okay? Why is this Death card here? We have the Six of Pentacles. So whatever it was that was changing, whether something ended or whether you got into something new, it's something that really brought balance into your life, where you feel like any effort you put into this situation or person, was being reciprocated. And you guys have the Ace of Swords. Okay? So the Ace of Swords, I love it because, yes, it talks about a new start. But, the most important thing about it is that this new start involved letting something or someone go. Letting go of any bullshit that may have been tied to a situation, okay? So there's something here that you guys are realizing just wasn't working for you. You're not going to wait on it anymore. You're going to let it go. You're going to cut it out, okay? The next card that you guys have is the Knight of Pentacles. So you move forward strategically, okay? So you're just worried about, how to move forward. You're planning out every step, all right? And we have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. So something that you guys are definitely ending, but you're being strong here. You're moving forward from it. You're thinking about, what's the next move here and what's going to be beneficial for me. And maybe it's a Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius or someone that you're dealing with, but I feel like someone's upset that you're walking away from something or from them, okay? So with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, this is kind of like a diva card. So someone who gets really upset, someone who's passionately angry, and I feel like it's about a decision that you guys make to let go of something, all right? And it could just cause a lot of bullshit. So you have the Five of Wands, where you could be arguing or bickering with someone. Usually this card is a situation or is part of a situation that will have to do with 3 people or more, but it could just be you and one other person kind of just going at it. But again, this is petty. This involves rumors. This involves feeling like you're competing with something, okay, or someone. Why is this Five of Wands here? We have the Four of Wands. So the path that you guys are moving on is something to stabilize yourself. You're, building a foundation for yourself, but you're also, letting something go, and I feel like someone's not happy with you. You're having a complete new start. So for some of you, the new start could just be you getting a hold of your life again, being passionate about what you want to do, going into something new. For some of you, maybe you dropped the person and now you're going towards somebody else, but someone's just not happy about it. For some of you, it could be you, but from what I'm seeing, you guys seem to be really stabilizing yourself. All right, and you have the Knight of Wands in the reverse. So surprisingly, for some of you, maybe someone played you. Maybe someone wasn't reliable to you. Okay, everything I'm saying could always be vice versa, guys, but I'm going off of the energies here. So I feel like someone played with your heart. I feel like someone just didn't come through for you the way that you needed them to. Okay, it could be a whole degree of things, but just someone you couldn't rely on. And now it's like you're walking away and you're like, wait, oh my God, you're actually walking away. So I feel like it's someone who did something wrong and they're just shocked that you're walking away. And for a lot of you, this could have been a lover, okay, or just someone that you feel very close to. But you guys are looking at this like it's a lost cause, all right? So the first card that you guys have for the present moment is the King of Swords in the reverse. So some of you could be dealing with Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But with the King of Swords in reverse, regardless of who's taking on this energy, because any sign could always take on, any energy here, but there's someone here that is really standing their ground and they're not interested in things that are not going to benefit them. Okay, it's someone who could be manipulative. It's someone who could be very self-seeking. It's someone who could even be abusive mentally, physically, emotionally, verbally. But for some of you, this could be you acting this way and just saying, you know what, I tried, but now I got to look out for me. So yeah, I'm going to stay on my ground because, the path that you're going to take me down, I'm not interested. I'm not interested in the chaos. I'm not interested in the pain. So fuck off. Or it could be someone upset with you because of something that you walked away from or because of a new start that you had. All right, so let's find out why this bad boy's here or bad girl. Let's see. Knight of Wands in the reverse. So it's like the person who did you bad in the past is now pissed off that you're moving forward. So it's bringing out an ugly side of them. Or maybe you guys are acting this way towards them. All right? Yeah. King of Pentacles in the reverse. Y'all are not impressed anymore. Whatever this was, whoever it was, you're not impressed. You're not interested. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. You just don't want it to work out. So the tables have definitely turned. You cut out some bullshit. They're pissed off. They want your attention again, but it's not there. All right? With the King of Pentacles in the reverse, if you guys are even entertaining a conversation at this point, it's literally just that, entertaining a conversation. Maybe they caught you at a good time. Maybe you were bored. Maybe your favorite show just finished, but they caught you at a convenient time, so you entertained it. But it's not something that you're passionate about anymore. Something that you've moved on from. All right, and you're really speaking your mind, standing to your truth, and you're saying there's too much bullshit here. I give up. Okay. And with the Five of Pentacles in the reverse, you guys are over, the thick pain part of it. So whatever discomfort that you had, whether it be financial troubles that you had, whether it be someone making you feel rejected, you're over it, okay? But I feel like they may have realized it too late. All right, you have the Strength card in the reverse. So this could be maybe you feeling a bit debilitated towards the situation, but getting over it. But I really feel like with the Strength card in the reverse, you guys are realizing that if you were to try to push this, you'd really be going against it, okay? Because with the Strength card, yeah, it's great to be strong and have that. But sometimes when it's in the reverse, what it's trying to tell you is that, look, you're standing your ground and you're being really strong about something that no longer has any room in your life. So I feel like you guys are just like, I'm done with this. I'm not going to overexert myself at this point. I'd really be forcing it. And I don't want to force anything. All right? And you have the Lovers card. So maybe you're getting over it because of someone new that comes in. Okay? Or maybe you just see them for what they are. Deceptive, lying, manipulative. Okay? Someone who can cause an injustice. Someone who would cause nothing but loss of abundance and instability. All right? So you guys are completely letting this go. You lost faith in it completely. You're no longer wishing on that star in the sky. Okay? You're coming down to your reality and you're moving away. All right? A new journey. I love it, guys. Because it's something that looked painful, but you guys are not standing for the bullshit. Three of Wands in the reverse. You stop waiting on it. You lose faith in it. It's time for a new start. Okay? Is there conflict with this person or with the situation? Maybe. Are you conflicted within yourself because a new start or the idea of a new start is scary? Possibly. But you have a new start and you're standing your ground, which is great. Okay, we have the Knight of Swords here. So again, it could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini. But in this case, I feel like this is your energy. Where you're saying anything that doesn't work for me, it's getting cut out immediately. I just don't have the time for it. All right, so good shit, Capricorn. Moving forward, guys, the first card that you have is the High Priestess in the reverse. So there could be information that you know that you're withholding. You're keeping it to yourself. Or there could be a situation that you doubt yourself. Okay? You know what the truth is about the situation or this person. But it's like you could be ignoring some red flags or warning signs. So let's see why this High Priestess is here in the reverse. We have the Three of Cups in the reverse, okay? So there's some sort of third-party situation happening here. Whether you guys are talking to two people and you're just, conveniently keeping it to yourself. Or, someone that you may be talking to, even if it's a new start that you're getting yourself into. You feel that there may be something more going on, but you just don't want to face the music just yet, okay? But you can only do that for so long. The Three of Cups next to the High Priestess in the reverse could also mean that maybe you really withdraw yourself, because the Three of Cups is a card about celebration and partnering up with people and, getting together, and, three is a crowd. In the reverse, it could mean that you don't want any social interaction, that you're kind of just going to be in hermit mode and staying home because maybe you just don't feel good about yourself. Maybe you showed them that you were strong, but maybe when you go behind closed doors, it's like, oh, it was so hard to put on that mask in front of that person. All right, but you guys walk away. Regardless of what it is, you walk away, okay? Even if you're doubting that maybe this person is up to no good, you still walk away, okay? Now, with the Empress card here, there is a new start that comes in. For some of you, it could be with the Taurus, but just a new start in general. But, it's presented to you, but you guys are in a place where you feel very guarded and where you could feel lost. So I don't feel like you guys are receptive to whatever that is just yet. Okay, but I like the fact that you guys aren't just jumping into something new right away. I feel like you guys are really taking time to close this out. You have the Chariot in the reverse. You no longer want to make any effort. It was just completely out of control. All right, and we have the Page of Swords, or again, could be Libra, Aquarius, or Gemini, but I feel like you guys are just you're saying what it is, and it is what it is. All right, so I feel like you guys are dealing with somebody who was very selfish, who was draining your energy, who just expected you to be there, okay? And you made the right call by moving away, because now look what's coming in. Happiness, possibly some love offers, and you're feeling amazing. You're back on your throne. You stood your ground, guys. What can I say? You stood your ground. Nine of Wands, and because you stood your ground, you know that anything that you want or that you want to go for is within reach. All right? That chapter's over. You're not interested anymore. You're ending that chapter, and what you're going into is going to be something that's so good for you. All right? You guys have the King of Cups. So maybe there's a Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio that's going to come into your life. Okay? And you have the Karma card upright. So for some of you, it could be a water sign that comes into your life. The cards are saying if that's what happens, it's good judgment, go for it. Okay? If not, I feel like you guys really just take control of your emotions. All right? Even if it's a time where you feel, emotionally all over the place and you feel guarded, you take control of it. It's like you look at yourself in the mirror and you say, get a fucking grip. You can do this. I love it, guys. You guys are exemplifying so much strength this month, and that's badass, okay? Even if you're in pain, it's badass that you're able to stay away from a situation that just wasn't working for you, okay? So let's get to the Earth Magic Oracle cards to see what card of advice is going to pop out for you guys in this mid-month read. All right, let's start the shuffle, see what pops out for you guys. Okay. See what wants to pop out on its own. I don't like forcing these cards because I feel like the messages are always very powerful. Alright, so you guys are going to be like Virgo where you're getting more than one card. But let's talk about it, okay? Very interesting. Oh, guys, this is such a good reading. And I'm sorry if you went through any pain or if you went through anything crazy, but this is so necessary. So before I even get to these cards, guys, something I say all the time, and I'm so weird when I say this, but I see pain as the most beautiful thing ever, because pain, it requires us to wake up. It requires us to kind of reevaluate our life, and it's what starts the process of awakening, okay, of evolving our souls. All right, so I said this, I forgot who it was for. I believe it was for an air sign. I'm not sure, guys, but I did it for a reading in the mid-month where I was saying that I'm weird because when I see a person who, for the most part, they're usually, very, not, I don't want to say stagnant, but, they have a grip on life. Everything's usually okay. They don't really go through anything crazy. When I see a person like that go through immense pain or go through something that's very, very testing, even if they're crying to me, inside my heart is beaming with joy, and it's not because I'm a sadistic person. It's because I know that it's the beginning of such a beautiful journey. Okay, I could cry because when I felt like this in the past, where I felt like I lost everything, that was my wake up. That's when I got into my purpose, and I just needed to be shaken up. And that's exactly what's happening with you guys. You're being shook up, but it's for a greater and more magnificent purpose. So we'll talk about the bottom of the deck first, okay? So we have invocation. Okay, ceremony. So what this says is, despite any confusion you guys might feel right now, this is a time in your life where you really need to do something that is going to help you to heal and get your head back into a better place. Okay, for some people that could be, if you have a table with crystals and you want to light some sage, okay, go for it. For those of you that, you believe in your religion or a particular God, praying to that person. It could be as simple as going to a place outside by the water that that's just your spot. You could think. Whatever your ceremony consists of, that's the focus here. That's at the core, all right? Now, oh my God, this is just so beautiful. I'm trying to hold back like happy tears right now. But the first card that you guys have is Crystal Focus. Before, when I said in the reading that I feel like you guys are looking in the mirror and saying, get a fucking grip, you guys have to focus. What got you to this place? Is this a problem that you feel has consistently been coming back into your life? Why does it keep coming back into your life? Why do these certain things happen? What have you personally done to attract certain things into your life? Okay, because not all of us want to attract bad things. But most of the time, just with the people that I speak to on a daily basis, if we really talk about it, we can really find out, it's like, ooh, I know that you didn't want this person cheating on you. Okay, that's a bad circumstance. But maybe in the past, while you were single, you were talking to like 1,000 people. So maybe this person didn't think you were serious. Not ever blaming anybody for getting cheated on, guys. I don't want to go that path. But I'm just saying that certain things that we do can sometimes put us in a certain place. So I always say, if there's something that you want in your life, you need to act the part. Okay? So if you want that CEO job, show up, dress the part, prove that you can do it. If you want that husband or that wife material, it's probably not a good idea to be seen at the club from Thursday to Sunday with a different person every night, because those people who are in there who are actually looking for someone suitable, they might get scared by that, So just little things like that. Whatever position or role you want, you got to work for it. So you got to focus. What is your focus? What do you want? Focus on that. Because the reason that we've gotten to this place, and it's interesting because the Shaman card came up in the reverse. So the Shaman card, I'll put it up right for a second. It talks about ancient healing wisdom. So what this card is saying is that when there's depression in our life, when there's things that aren't necessarily going right, it's because there's a disconnect between ourselves and spirit. okay? Ourselves and the universe, ourselves and God, ourselves and the Creator, whatever it is that you guys believe in. So you guys have to get that back, because the reason that you're at the place that you're at is because you've been disconnected. It's because you probably weren't focusing on the right thing, or maybe you were giving energy to something that you knew wasn't worth that energy, okay? Now, because of everything that you've gone through with this focus, with you seeing, okay, I have to, get back on my path. Rebirth. This is so powerful and so beautiful, Capricorn. You're going to have such a powerful month. You understand how you got here. You understand why you got here. You are in a place where you're taking time out to get your head right. You're focusing. You're meditating. You're praying. You're readjusting. Okay? And now that you've done all that, this is the time for the new you to come out. And when this happens, then you'll have movement. Okay? And the most important thing about this card, guys, this movement card, is that this is a time in your life. Okay? Think of yourself in sitting in a tube in a lazy river. You don't really have to do anything. You just sit there and the current is going to take you. So what this is really saying is, you don't have time for anyone or anything in your life that feels forced. If it is not going with the movement of your heart, if it is not going with the calmness of your soul, it cannot exist in your life anymore. Okay? So you really have to sit and think and focus right now. Who's there for me? Who's not? I don't care who it is. I don't care if this is someone that you've been friends with for 10, 15 years and it's like, oh, how do I drop this person? I don't care if it's an aunt that it's like, well, that's family. I got to listen to them. No, you don't. You don't. All right? Usually family or those people closest to us are going to be our biggest critics because they've seen us fail before. So you have to keep that in mind. Don't get discouraged when people close to you don't believe in you. That's to be expected. You will always get more support from strangers than those close to you. But what isn't working? What's going against your flow right now? Because you don't have time to swim against the current. Find your current, find your focus, find, that space where you can just take some time out and you can heal and allow this rebirth to happen. Okay? You guys are going to do amazing, but this is definitely a time where we have to, re-oil the machine, readjust, and, possibly upgrade what we've been working with. All right? So Capricorn, you guys are going to be just fine. And if you're going through pain, I'm so happy for you. Okay? And again, I know that sounds really crazy, but we cannot grow without pain. We cannot awaken without pain. All right? That happens for a purpose because it gets us into motion. So if you're going through something very heavy and very painful, I'm so happy for what's going to come into your life. As long as you allow it to, and as long as you learn the lessons from whatever may have brought you some pain or some confusion. Because what happens if we don't learn the lesson, these situations will continue to come back into our lives. All right, so if it's something that you don't want to go through ever again, get the intended message and reassess, guys. Do everything differently this time around. Know what you did to get yourself there, and don't do that anymore. Okay? So this is great. I really, really love your reading. I'm talking a lot. I'm sorry for that, but really awesome. So Capricorn, for those of you that do want a personal reading, if you guys have iPhone, you can call or text me on an app called InstantGo, and it's right at the top of the description below this video. Okay? For anyone who wants a recorded reading, whether it's an emergency reading or a standard reading, the emergency reading, I get it out within 24 hours, excluding Sundays, and then the standard readings is about 4 to 7 day wait, again, excluding Sundays. So whatever you guys need, if it's something pressing, I'm here for you. If it's something that you can wait a few days, then definitely go with that. But those readings, they are recorded. I will upload it in a private link, and then I'll send it straight to you so you can rewatch it however many times that you want. But if you guys do want to talk to me, whether it be through Skype or you want me to call you personally, then that's completely fine too. You guys can purchase in order to get that, you would have to purchase at least an hour reading or longer, okay? Because I just like to be very efficient with all the readings that I get out, okay? So it would be really hectic if I had to match my schedule with so many people. So yeah, if you guys want to talk to me, you can either call me on InstantGo or you can get the hour reading or more. But other than that, Capricorn, you got this. Take back your throne. Take care, guys.